Hello everyone, and welcome back to Chapter 13, focused on final intonation, rising and falling intonation toward the very end of the sentence or question. Here we're looking at Exercise 4, your first assignment for this chapter. You have two parts to this exercise. The first part is to pronounce each of these questions. And as you can see, all of these are WH questions, and for that reason, you're going to stress the vowel sound in the focus word. You can see more often than not, the focus word is the last word in the sentence. All right, if it has more than one syllable, the focus word does. You're going to stress the strong syllable, right? Stress the strong syllable by making the vowel sound longer, more clear, at a higher pitch. This is really tricky because it's all within one word, but you're gonna quickly transition from rising intonation, right, to be able to stress that strong syllable. And all in one fluid motion, you're gonna rise and then fall, right? In English, with WH questions, our voice goes up in the strong syllable of the focus word and then begins to fall, all in one fluid motion. So you can listen to CD2, track 66, listen a few times, and then when you're ready, go ahead and record yourself pronouncing these WH questions. Where are you living? Where are you living? Living. Where are you living? Why are you studying? Why are you studying? Why are you studying? Where did you grow up? Where did you grow up? 3, 5, 6 are a bit tricky because your last word has rising intonation, falling intonation, and you only have one syllable. So it's tricky if you're like, oh boy, I can't tell with 3, 5, or 6. Tricky because you only have one syllable, and you need to stress that syllable because it's the focus word, and then quickly go down to falling intonation. So it's a practice makes perfect approach to those. What do you typically eat for dinner? Dinner. What do you typically eat for dinner? Dinner. When do you usually go to bed? Bed. What do you like to do in your free time? What do you like to do in your free time? I disagree with the book here. I think free time, even though it's two separate words, is kind of treated as a compound word, and compound noun. And a compound noun in English, if you remember when we were looking at those in word stress, nouns, remember it's the first syllable. More often than not, it gets the word stress. So I don't really agree with number 6. What do you like to do in your free time? Is how I would ask that one. So anyway, pronounce those questions, practice the falling intonation at the very end of the sentence, and then create 3 WH questions of your own to ask. And then do as you did for part A and pronounce. Practice recording correct use of final intonation, falling final intonation at the very end of those questions. All 3 of your questions need to begin with the intonations who, what, when, where, why, or how. They can be common questions that you hear often in your day-to-day life, or they can be focused on a particular topic. Any questions you want, but make sure that the final intonation is falling even after the stressed syllable and the focused word. And that is exercise 4, page 106.